If we are always rushing to do something, we're not even thinking about what we're doing. When you're in fight or flight mode, there's no real foundation to however you're acting, whatever you're choosing to do. There's no thought put into it. So, my message for the day is to think deeper about how you're approaching your life, what you're doing. You know what I mean? So, instead of trying to get something done really quickly, make sure like the delivery is the way it should be. When I say delivery, I'm talking about communication in this case. Like when I make these videos, I like to make sure that I'm clearly delivering this message in a way where you all can understand in the most optimal way. You know what this is the whole point. Because if I have all these thoughts and I'm rushing to get out the message and you're not really hearing what I'm saying, it's not worth it. It's not going to be ideal. Sometimes I have to make sure that I'm talking louder, slower, and I'm thinking about what I'm saying before I speak. If I'm angry, for example, it's going to have an effect on how I talk, how I communicate, how I act, the energy that I show towards others. It's going to be very hostile. It's going to lead to a hostile environment. I always say, when you work, many people work jobs, long hours each day. The environment doesn't have to be hostile. It doesn't have to be deprived of sunlight. You can go outside of your work environment and receive the sunlight. In fact, I always say, getting a natural source of light every day is a key to a healthy mind, healthy body. So, as I walk out of the workspace in the times that I'm able to receive the sunlight. And the same things go with the education in school. When kids got to get out and get the sunlight, it's important just to be functioning healthy. So instead of trying to force yourself to get a lot of work done, be productive, think about what you're doing and do it the right way. I said yesterday in this video that I made, there are different forms of light. We are affected by the light that we receive, whether you're inside of a building with fluorescent lights, computer screens, phone screens hitting you right in the eye, entering the brain. It has an effect on you. Personally, it makes me very angry and bitter. I get very tense because this light has that kind of effect where it will calcify your pineal gland, whereas the sunlight, it'll do the opposite. Look at the electromagnetic spectrum if you get a chance. You get the microwaves and radio waves, which you can receive, but not if you have too much of that and not like the sunlight, ultraviolet or infrared. You look at the spectrum, you are going to have a tough time. You're going to simply be calcified, and it's going to you're going to experience the effects of that. It leads to a lot of the sicknesses and diseases. So it's been really cold to get that, and sometimes it makes things harder when it's cold. We've dealt with that in the northern part of this realm for quite some time, maybe a month. It's been literally freezing temperatures, meaning it hasn't gotten over 32 degrees in a month. So yeah, during that time, you want to reflect. If I could give any recommendation during the cold winter months, reflect on your life, on what's important, how you should be acting, what's worth pursuing or even communicating. because a fight or flight mode, it can lead to a lot of problems. We need to connect ourselves, and I've said this many times, I've repeated it, but I think it's that important that I should repeat it. Connect yourself to a natural source. It sounds so simple, but the infrastructure, the programs are set in a way to kind of take you out of that rhythm. You shouldn't be going outside and be in pain because of the sun. Because that sun, it's the reason that you're in pain, you can't take, is because your brain is calcified, and and that's due to the way this infrastructure is set up. It's due to the decisions, the choices that people make that do calcify them, keeping them stuck in a low frequency state. I mean, look at this tree right here. That is another example of just being connected to a natural rhythm. When you're literally able to go outside and not be taken away from that connection. There's not much else to say about this, but I continue to speak on it because it's critical to our well-being and our functioning. I mean, it's clear as day to me. I don't need to go on too much longer about this, but I urge you to take a step back if you feel like you're in a fight or flight mode where you don't even have control over your own life. There's constant restrictions and time obligations that you have to get to, and it never seems like you're able to fulfill these obligations because time is getting away from you and you're in a rush constantly and you still can't get anything done. I'm just urging you to reflect on what you need to do, to act, to be, and what's truly important. Like, what is worth cutting out of our lives that's restricting our connection to this natural rhythm. Reflect on it, think about it, and thank you.